Welcome to CoronaCast, where we talk to people about the effect of coronavirus on their lives. Today, I have with me robotic genius and musician Ashwin Raghavan. What is the biggest difference in your life after the lockdown and because of the coronavirus?
Not able to go out. So I had to stop a lot of things for sports is a big part of my life. I play football almost every day, and I couldn't do that for almost a month. That was a big change.
What is your daily schedule like?
I spend a lot of time doing my robotics, sometimes coding. Now I think we've started playing football in the last 1 week. And in the evenings, I practice at least half an hour to 45 minutes with drums.
How were you introduced to the world of robotics? And for those who want to learn more and want to start from scratch, what advice would you give them? And do they need coding or any particular prerequisite skills to start robotics?
Okay, well, when I started, I was lucky enough that my parents bought me a Lego Mindstorms kit, which I started around seventh grade. And starting robotics with that couldn't be better because it's really easy to understand. It's a and the thing about Lego Mindstorms is it's easy to learn but difficult to master. So the you can start wherever you want, but there's no limit to what you can do with it. In fact, no coding experience is required. It's mostly common sense and logic required to learn how to program a robot with Lego Mindstorms.
Is it ever too late to pick up a music instrument? And what would the learning curve be like for older people?
Oh well, it's definitely easier to do it start younger. It's there's a big learning curve because it depends because if someone starts at 40 or 50, it's a big difference from someone starts at least for 13 or 14 years. In fact, my father actually tried to learn the guitar for some time, just a few years ago. But I think maybe he didn't have the time or he couldn't learn as fast as he wanted to. He had to stop later. I think anytime below 20, 30, it's never too late to start music. And if you're passionate about it, then there's no limit to how good you can be.
How did you start playing the drums?
So I told them, well, I want to play the drums, and they said sure. So we went. I think within a few weeks, we went to any other class, like a good drums class, and I just started out. I think halfway through third grade, I started playing the drums.
Does robotics provide young people an avenue to solve problems and give them new ideas? And how did it affect you and the way you thought about many world problems, whether it's water crisis or some other problem? How do you think robotics?
Because when I started, I had no background in coding or electronics or whatsoever. But now I feel like I know much more about electronics, coding, and none of this is with class or whatever. It's all from YouTube or the internet. And I can already start to see with just like a few years of experience, I can already start to see how how I could do stuff to make solve real world problems.
We see the coronavirus as an effect on daily wage laborers, migrants.
Yeah.
So first, what's your, do you have anything to say about that? And second, what do you think the government could have done better?
Well, about the news, see, I haven't followed the news as much as I wanted to since the coronavirus. So, I don't want to form an opinion without having all the details. But yeah, because see, right here and right now, if you ask most people about about how the coronavirus has affected daily wage workers and the government's role, I think almost everyone would turn to the migrant workers and the plight of the migrant workers and how they suffered greatly. And that is really sad. It's what they had to go through. Like they had to walk hundreds and hundreds of kilometers just to go to their hometowns and live so that they could live off the small piece of land they had in their villages. Uh, I think that was a shock to almost everyone in the country. But as far as the government goes, I think, a lot of people think they've done a bad job. I'm a little neutral on the issue because one thing, I don't know all details because I haven't followed the news as much. As far as what they could do better, I think when they introduced the lockdown, they could have like prepared something in advance rather than just announcing the lockdown. They could have done something about it or arranged something so that it would be much easier for the workers.
Thank you, Ashwin, for coming. And with this, we finish our episode of Corona Cast. I hope you liked watching it. Thank you. Please subscribe.